I ran the exact same prompt through every major AI video model to find out which one is actually the best right now. Whether it's text to video or image to video, we're going to test cinematic shots, AI UGC ad content, realistic movements, etc. For that, we'll follow these simple strict rules. I'm going to use the same generic prompt for every model. I just have one generation per model, so no cherry picking. And stick until the end because I'm going to do a price comparison and tell you which one is the best. So the models that we are going to test are these ones: Icefield, VO 3.1, Minimax 2.3, Sora 2.0, 1 2.5, Klingo 1 and Seedance. By the way, all of these models are available on Icefield.ai, and if you want to try them out with a discount, you have a link in the description below. So let's start off with the first test, text to video generations. But first, something important: most of the video models don't actually support text to video on Icefield.ai. So in this test, the only ones that do are actually VO3 and Sora 2. Test number 1, cinematic. So the prompt: a cinematic realistic close-up shot of a young adult man around 25 to 30 years old standing outside with a realistic skin texture. By the way, these prompts are not optimized at all. I made them generic so that we can have a fair comparison. Alright, so let's take a look at VO3. So as you can see, it's pretty clean, guys. I mean, I don't know why he chose an Asian guy. I didn't even specify the race, but it's kind of interesting. So yeah, we got the close-up, we got the skin texture that is really natural. I mean, we can still feel that it's a bit AI-ish, to be honest. But I mean, the quality is sharp as hell. We see the blurry background and the focus on the face. The hair are like really crisp, I like it a lot. The details are immaculate. To be honest, it's a really good generation for the first try. Now let's take a look at Sora 2. Again, I think it's pretty clean, guys. I mean, I'm really impressed, to be honest, guys. Like, same thing, the face generation is really clean. We see the pore here, we see the imperfections, we see even some pimples here. And I mean, the extreme close-up is a bit too much for me. Like, even some of his hair are like blurry. I would have preferred to be sharp and the rest to be blurry, but it's a really nice generation. So my final take is that VO3 is visually pretty sharp and decent, but it doesn't feel real enough. Like, when you zoom in, you can see that it's a bit too perfect. And for me, it's a B, it's not enough realism. For Sora 2, you can immediately see the vibe that is way more natural, way more believable also. So this is A for me. So Sora 2 wins cinematic realism in text to videos. Quick thing, guys, these videos take actually a lot of time for me to prepare. So if you're getting any value from this, it will mean the world for me if you can take just 5 minutes to fill out the short form in the description below. We'll just ask you what are your needs, what type of video you want, what type of services you want from me, so that I can better understand your needs. So thanks a lot if you can do it. Test number 2, car scene. So here's the prompt: high-speed cinematic race car scene. A red modern sport car driving on a professional racetrack with daytime lighting, clear sky and no rain. So let's see what Sora 2 gives us. Okay, so my first impressions is that it's a bit too cartoonish, I would say, a bit too like a video game. It doesn't look real at all, even though I want it to be something real. He still followed the prompt quite well. I mean, the sky is blue, the car is red, and it's following the car pretty well. And we feel also like the speed. I mean, we definitely like understand that the car is like going really fast, but it looks like Forza 3 or something like that, you know, like the video game. So not that realistic for me. Now let's take a look at VO 3.1. Okay. Well, I mean, guys, this one is like a bit weird. Like, I don't know how to react because basically everything is right except the way the car is going. Like, it's going backward. I don't know why. We feel the speed. The car is way more realistic than the other one. But I mean, yeah, I don't know why it's going this way. Like, if I try to drive this way on the race car, I would definitely like crash it. And it feels like there is nobody driving it. Like, it's just a phantom car. Everything is right except the freaking basic stuff, which is just going straight forward with your car instead of going backward. For me, in this case, it's just a trade-off. So for me, it's gonna be a B for both of them. VO3 has good visuals, but bad prompt adherence. And Sora, I followed my prompt correctly, but the image quality is just terrible. But in both cases, the audio is actually good. Third test, sunscreen ad. So here's the prompt that I'm going to follow: a UGC style product ad, a young adult woman around 25 to 30 years old standing on a sunny beach, applying sunscreen with a close-up shot. Alright, so first let's take a look at VO3. Alright, that's not possible, guys. Yeah. I mean, that's just a shame every time. Like, Veo 3 is doing the exact perfect stuff, like the quality, the image, the background, even the sound is perfect, but she's applying on the video the whole bottle of sunscreen without pouring just a little bit on her hand. Like the whole bottle is morphing into the sunscreen itself. Okay, let's take a look at Sora 2 now.
My skin drinks this stuff up. It feels silky, not sticky, and it keeps me protected all day. My skin drinks this.
Okay, that's way better actually. I mean, I didn't add the dialogue, obviously Sora 2 added it, but I mean the generation is perfect. I mean, she's applying the sunscreen like we want. We even see that it's a woman, the other one we didn't clearly see it. I don't know why Sora 2 has this extreme close-up look every time where everything is blurry except the exact thing that you want, so it makes it a bit too much for me, but it followed the prompt correctly and even the dialogue is a plus. So for this one, Veo 3 is going to be a B. The video quality is again really nice, but it's not usable for an ad, for example. Sora 2 is going to be A because it's way more realistic and is simply usable for an ad. So my final verdict is that if you want more reliable results from one prompt, Sora 2 wins every time. Veo 3 can also look amazing, but it can also do weird stuff that break the entire clip. Now let's move on to the section where video models actually shine, image to video generation. So now we'll be able to test all of the models, but quick note before we start, Sora 2 has a lot of human restrictions, mainly to avoid deepfakes. So I kind of have to modify the prompt for Sora 2 to avoid any humans. But for the rest, we're going to follow the same rules. Same image input generated with Nano Banana Pro. Same prompt and only one generation possible. Test number 1, cinematic scene, image to video. So this is the image prompt that we're going to use. So as you can see, it's just like a 50s vibe in New York during nighttime with like some smoke and some rain. The guy is smoking, kind of like a gangster vibe if you want. And the prompt is going to be this one: animate this image into a realistic scene, subtle movement of the environment, light smoke, slowly rising, small reflections, moving to the red ground. All right, so let's start with Higgsfield. Okay, interesting. It looks like a video game at the end. That's a bit weird, to be honest. Like the way it morphs, and I didn't ask to have a kind of a change of camera on the way. But I mean, the man is smoking. We see it clearly. I mean, the cigarette is like leaving his hand. I don't know why. Like at this point, you don't see it anymore. The beginning starts well, but then from this frame it goes bad. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Klingo 1. All right. He looks at the camera in a weird way. It looks like he's gonna kill somebody. I mean, he's a gangster, so. The smoke is really well done. The rain also is really well put together. All right, let's take a look at Minamax now. Okay. What's happening, guys? Again, the smoke, the rain, everything is perfect, but I'm looking at the guy because that's like the main thing. And it looks like he's dying inside. I don't know, like what's happening. Yeah. At least he has a cigarette, you know. It kind of looks like Minamax doesn't want to do any effort. Like it looks like a still frame with like some smoke, and that's it. All right, sit dance now. All right, way better this time. All right, we got something interesting here. Let's take a look again. Again, the cigarette is like morphing and it's disappearing. We don't see it anymore. But the face of the character is pretty consistent and it doesn't morph into something weird. Let's take a look at Veo 3 and we'll have some sound also. Interesting. Alright, so we get something weird here. I mean, the beginning was amazing, especially like the rain audio and everything. But look at that, like the way like the cigarette disappeared here and just appeared again here, like what happened? So again, we have the same issue with Veo 3 like we had with text to video, is that it doesn't follow the prompt correctly. Let's take a look at 1. Oh man. What the hell is that? Guys, please zoom in on, on his face. He's like looking at his past or whatever. He has his past trauma in front of him. No, that's just like not usable. It looks like we are back like 2 years ago with video image generation. We can see that it's AI. I mean, it has kind of like the AI look. But the old AI look, you know? Finally, we're going to take a look at Sora 2, but as you can see, I had to remove the human from the image. Sora 2 is like just like the lazy guy, you know, he doesn't want to do anything. He just gave me like some jazz and music in the background and some rain, which is nice. That's the audio that I wanted, the ambience that I wanted, but he didn't even zoom in. The quality is really poor. It's just not following the prompt. So, all right, so for the cinematic test, Higgsfield is solid, but not insane. So it's going to be a B. Veo 3 also a B. Minamax is also going to be a B. Silence Pro and Klingo 1 are going to be an A because they follow the prompt correctly. And for 1, 2.5 and Sora 2 is going to be a C. It didn't follow the prompt and the quality was pretty bad. Test number 2, jet ski in motion. So for this test, I generated this image, which is just a guy on a jet ski with New York in the background. As you can see, it kind of has the GTA 5 look. I don't know why, but it's going to be an interesting test. So this is the prompt: animate this image into a realistic water motion scene. The jet ski moves forward across the water. Let's start off with Highsfield. All right, interesting. Interesting. I don't know why. It just wanted to go the other way. Interesting. I mean, the water is really nice. The man is like morphing into something else, like it's becoming less realistic. You can see it here, but you can see the splash on the camera here, which is interesting. So it's not really following the prompt, but the quality is decent, I would say. Now let's take a look at Kling. Okay, so he started with like a far away lens. Again, we get some drops here, which is interesting. Yeah, I like Kling a lot, to be honest. Yeah, it's following the prompt correctly. Even the water motion is nice. I don't know why they suppose that I want something in slow motion, but it has an interesting look. Let's take a look at Minamax now. Again, slow-mo. Doing kind of a pan on the left, which I actually added in the prompt. Yeah, Minamax is following it pretty well also. Nice, nice. Even the water motion is really real. Now Seedance. Again, we see the drops in the screen, nice. Yeah, I like it a lot. I mean, it's pretty simple, but it's following the prompt. It's not doing anything crazy. VO3, so let's get some sound also. All right. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to the left, like I said, in the prompt. Yeah, first time that VO3 is doing something that I said in the prompt. Nice. VO3 is starting to follow. But I don't know why. He added like two types of New Yorks, which are actually kind of a mirror New York. You have like this tower is supposed to be only here, so it's not really realistic. And you can hear that every time that the jet ski is going to the water, the audio is changing. Just take a listen. Yeah, so I mean the audio is really well done. Nice job, VO3. Now one. Yeah, okay. What the hell, guys? What's going on here? Okay, so instead of the guy just going to the left, the camera is going to the left on this time. So one didn't really understand anything. He added kind of a subtle ambience behind. Good. One is going wide, to be honest. And finally Sora 2. So again, I had to remove the guy on the jet ski. So it's going to be only the jet ski. Okay, interesting. We got a lot of splash, a lot of water. Yeah, I mean, it's following what I said, so it's nice. The sound effects in Sora 2 are nice, but sometimes it gets a bit too much liberty, I would say, with like the audio and wants to add too much stuff. So for the scoring, VO3 is definitely an A, except the New York background twitch that we got with the two towers were the same. Seedance will also get an A because the motion were really realistic and it was the best prompt adherence. Hicksfield, Minimax and Sora 2 are going to be a B. It looks nice, but it doesn't really respect the prompt fully. And for the last place, it's going to be 1 and Klingo 1. Best number 3, UGC ad. So here's the prompt that I'm going to follow. Animate this image into a natural UGC style video with the woman talk calmly while holding her skincare product in her hand. And so this is the image prompt that I'm going to use, generated with Nano Banana again. So let's start with Hicksfield. Really nice, guys. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Everything seems perfect. I mean, her eyes are going like kind of like sideways, but the product realism is nice. She's talking clearly. I mean, the issue obviously is that we cannot like test the lip sync because we don't have audio with this model, but now Klingo 1. Damn, that's really impressive. Really impressive, guys. Because it kept, you know, like the realism that I had in the video, like even the pimples on her face, the product is perfect. We don't have like some weird morphing. Yeah, I like it a lot, guys. Minamax. It's a bit of a weird one, to be honest. Like the way she looks at the product and then looks back. It's lacking a bit of movement if you compare it to like the other model. It's not the best. It's not bad neither, like it's decent. Now Seedance. Wow. Guys, I'm not even talking because I'm really impressed by the quality. She's even like pointing to the product, which I like a lot. It's a nice detail. All right, VO3 with the sound. So let's take a look at the lip sync.
This is my favorite moisturizer for a reason. It's so hydrating and makes my skin feel amazing.
Nice. Guys, I like it a lot. I mean, we have some subtle problems like
This is my favorite moisturizer for...
instead of like looking at the moisturizer, she's like looking away, but the lip sync is well done. It still has this AI-ish look, you know, that VO3 has. So it can be usable for an ad, but for a trained eye, you can directly see that it's AI. Let's take a look at our best friend 1.2.5.
It's your a product. I will and shape the immune system.
What did she say?
It's your a product. I will and shape the immune system.
Yes, yeah, we got you. Okay, I'm not even gonna comment on this one. Like, she looks 5 years older. All right, let's move on, because this one, guys, yeah, it's not the best. All right, so for the scoring, VO3 is definitely the best. The lip sync was perfect, understood the prompt correctly, except for the eyes movement, but that was a small detail. Highsfeel and Cadence Pro are also nice. They're gonna be to the A section. Minamax and Kling are gonna be to the B section. They are nice, but a bit slowed down. And one is just catastrophic. I have nothing to say. All right, so let's summarize everything like a normal human. The best image to video overall is Cadence Pro or VO3. For the best movement, it's gonna be Cadence Pro with VO3 really close to it. For the best talking and lip syncing, it's gonna be VO3 again. And for the worst experience, it's gonna be 1.2.5. It didn't understand anything and it added weird effects. Now let's talk about the money, because it's nice to have good models, but if they cost a lot, they're not really usable. So if you want to follow my setup, which was like 4 to 6 second generations with a resolution of 720p on the website called icefield.ai, these are going to be the prices. As you can see, VO3 is the most expensive model, but also the best. So if you have the budget, I would definitely go with VO3 for every generations. What is interesting is that 1.2.5, which is actually the worst model that we tested, is the second most expensive. So avoid it at all costs, guys. The best quality to price ratio is Cadence Pro, but you're not getting audio, so it's kind of a trade-off. As you can see also, the price for Sora 2 is quite low, and I know that the model is amazing for human generation, but unfortunately we could not generate anything because of the restrictions. By the way, if you watched this video until the end and you found it interesting and helpful, I will ask you one thing in return, just again to fill out the form in the description below so that I can better understand your needs. So here it is, guys, the full comparison of all the models. Let me know for you which one was the best. And if you want to know how to make UGC video ad, I made a full tutorial just here, and I hope this comparison helped you. Don't forget to drop a comment, a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.